Hi, welcome back to our paint by number video tutorial series. In this episode, we're going to learn a few tricks for how to handle mistakes. You may have seen at the very end of our last video where my brush full of paint slipped out of my hand and fell onto the canvas, leaving a little trail of paint. Mistakes can happen to anyone, and the thing to remember is it's not a crisis. So hopefully you can just relax, enjoy the process, knowing that everything's going to be okay. So there are a few different scenarios where a mistake could happen that needs to be fixed. You could drop your brush over the canvas, like I did. You could accidentally paint outside the lines of the zone. You could paint the zone completely the wrong color. Or you could get paint onto the pre-printed background area of the canvas. All of these things I've done every time I've painted one of the kits. So we recommend that you gather a few cotton swabs before you start painting so that when a mistake happens, you'll be ready. You can fix your mistake a few different ways, depending on where the unwanted paint is. If the paint you're trying to remove is in an area that's surrounded by unpainted canvas, just dip your cotton swab into your water dish, dab it on a paper towel or a rag to absorb any excess water, and then use it to gently wipe away the unwanted paint. To remove paint in a detailed area that might be too small for a cotton swab, use a clean, wet paintbrush. Dip the clean paintbrush into water and then lightly dab on a paper towel or rag to absorb any excess water, and then gently brush over the unwanted paint to loosen it before wiping it up with a cotton swab. This technique works really well if paint gets onto the pre-printed background. Just make sure to dab gently, as rubbing can remove the background inks on the canvas. We don't want that. If you've accidentally painted a whole zone the wrong color, which happens, or overlapped into another painted zone that you didn't intend to, remember that most mistakes can actually be fixed with additional layers of paint. So you can wait a few minutes for the paint to dry, and then you can cover the surface with a couple coats of the correct color, and your problem's solved. Now I know I said that any mistake can be fixed, but there's one thing that can't. Acrylic paint will stain fabric if it gets on your clothing. So that's why we recommend wearing short sleeves, maybe even an apron. And if you do get paint on your clothes or other fabrics, make sure to scrub immediately with soap and water before the paint dries. Once it's dry, you won't be able to remove it. In our next tutorial, we'll work on fine-tuning your finished painting. So when you're finished, you have something that you're truly proud of and excited to display. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel by clicking the button below. And click the link in the description to join our email list through our website, so you don't miss out on exclusive coupons available only to our subscribers. Thank you and happy painting!